able to go on a very special trip to visit where Van Gogh spent his last years. Was wild to me as we were driving how the scenery just became a part of his paintings. From the olive trees that were imported from Greece to the fir trees, the fields. We were able to see the hotel where he did one of my favorite paintings with all the different textures. They've even kept the hotel as it was at the time he painted it. So while he stood on one of those blue balconies looking out over the garden, he was able to paint. And you can see just there the little copy of his picture. I love how they've maintained this, and you can still kind of just feel a bit of the whimsy and just the stark contrast of the shapes, the textures. Couldn't help but smile the whole time I was walking through. After we went to the hotel, we were able to go to the monastery where he was housed to receive mental health treatment during the time. I didn't realize he painted Starry Night while he was there. It was amazing. It was harrowing to see the treatments used in the day and age for mental health. As a psychotherapist, it was a lot. Walking through the rooms of his psychiatrist and the nuns that cared for him, seeing how they were trying different therapies, different techniques, different medicines, likely that were doing more harm than good, but also to just see the stark nature of his surroundings, how someone could create something so beautiful and so radical while in such a place as this. They've kept a lot of the things exactly as they were again, which was really, really something to see. I think it's easy to look at Starry Night and forget the immense pain that went with being such a creative. I've read that he had basically what we would deem bipolar disorder today, meaning that he would have massive mood swings, that he would have manic depression, all kinds of things. And to know that someone was that overwhelmed by his emotions, by what was going through his head, and that he was here seeking help, trying to go out and paint as he could, just brings a whole new meaning to his work and also to the time. I really did appreciate getting the opportunity to see this. And Lily came too. She asked some very interesting questions about the space, about his life. This was his room. This was his bed. It made me smile, the little painter's coat that they had hanging up. A little pop of life in the middle of a lot of very stark. Something from my art teacher is just looking out the window, seeing what they would have seen. I really did enjoy being able to walk the grounds as well, being able to see a bit of what the surrounding environment was like. Interesting that he painted many of his works just on cardboard. And look what he did to his brushes, pulling them all into points, I suppose, to help with the textures that he was seeing. Incredible to see his painter's box and some of the things that he used to mix his paints. And really just thinking to the level of detail that went into his process. One of the artists that I got to speak to, he'll use twigs or other found elements to give just different textures to his art, and they're all very symbolic to him. Here you see the psychologist's office, his medicines. Again, a very stark environment, but you'll note a slightly nicer bed. Some of the letters that were passed about the treatment of Van Gogh, all just fascinating little parts of a story that we'll never know the entirety of. We hope that you enjoyed our adventure and that you get out there and are blazing your own path to see something that you didn't know you could go see. Until next time, keep adventuring.